Hey everyone, it's Julie Wilson, aka Book Madam, and I've decided that for the holidays, I want a hands-on holidays, and for what that means for me is I like to color. So I wanted to show you some of my favorite books. Um, Now, this one is called Sketchbook with Voices. It's out of New York, a publisher, Alfred Vandermark. This was put out in 1986. And it's a collection of contributions from authors that are sort of like designed just to kind of like, keep you thinking and stuff like that. But it's a pretty deep thought sort of book. Things like paint ethereal things like weather conditions, paint ice turning into steam. Now, that may have something to do with the fact that there's like, I've got nothing. I've got nothing. I think I might torture guests over the holidays by sort of like putting this out as like sort of like one of those little sign-in books, and you're not allowed to leave until you've oh, here we go. Choose a purpose and see it through to the end. Sucker. Which is probably one of the reasons that I'll have a little more success with this put out by Simon & Schuster. It's an Andy Warhol coloring book. It's larger than the size of my head. In fact, it's about the size of my torso. And I think I'll have a little more, yeah, like that'll be a little easier to color. Might get a little sore on the wrist after a while. I might use up a little blue. It wouldn't even occur to me, see, to add texture, which is why I wouldn't consider myself to be an artist. Jolly goat. Which is one of the reasons why the book that I'm really looking forward to, this is put out by Drawn and Quarterly. Oh, you gotta love her. You know you love her. And this is based on her very popular touring art workshop, which is sort of designed to get people thinking about, why we ever stopped drawing in the first place. It's Picture This by Lynda Barry. Oh gosh, look at these. This is beautiful. And if you haven't seen the book, you really must. It's not like a how-to sort of instructional. It's like, it's pretty busy. I mean, you can't even really tell. It's not like a how-to. She'll encourage you just sort of like, to trace over the monkey, just like keep tracing it. Sort of designed to just get you used to the idea of using your hand again. But it's also filled with really nice things about, like look at these little smudges here. And it says, there was a time when drawing came easily to us. We liked to scribble. We drew lines on the wall and we got into trouble for it. We did it again, and drawing and moving were not separated yet. We liked watching the line come out and stay put. We liked what it did when we shook. We liked making dots. We liked poking holes. We were making a picture, and that happened because we were just playing around. And that's what I want to do this holiday. I want to play around a little bit. So I'm going to play with Lynda Barry. But because I'm also, I don't know, little airy-fairy, little artsy-fartsy, but I'm also a Capricorn. If you're into numerology, I'm an 11. So, there is that sort of desire to actually want to turn this sort of like, creative vision into something pragmatic, which is one of the reasons why one of my favorite books from last year and this year, and you know what, it can be your favorite for all time because there aren't actually any dates associated with it. This is put out by the fantastic publisher Invisible Publishing. You know these guys, right? This is called Rememberer, and it's by, I'm guessing you say that Yo Rodeo, is that right? And it's peppered with short fictions throughout the entire book, fantastic short fictions that have been edited by Jenner Brooke Berger. Now, so you've got, basically, you can sit down, you can carry this, cart this with you anywhere. First of all, I like this too. I like a satisfying flap. Smells pretty good too, as far as books go. But if you go through, there are all these versions of calendars, and it's sort of like, it gives you permission to sort of like organize your life in a really fun little way. Where's something else? It's just like, it's really pretty to look at. Look at your little mini week. I mean, like, how non-threatening is that to try and organize your week? Movies to see. I mean, this is like a really good little gifty item. It's a really good stocking stuffer. You're supporting a fantastic independent press. Canadian press. Canadian authors. Canadian illustrator. I'm just saying. Yeah, and it's a part planner, it's part art book, and it's full of inspiration and totally useful to boot. Absolutely, I agree. So these are the 4 books that I'm going to hold close to me for my hands-on holidays. I'll probably play with some toys. Maybe some hand clapping. All right. Anyhow, I just thought maybe you might like to consider, some hands-on adult activities as well. It's not what I meant. Maybe it's what I meant. Either way, have fun. Happy holidays. Button.